Here's an update in our Think Inside the Box Psychic Remote Viewing Challenge. As you may have watched yesterday, we have a contest going on to test your psychic ability, to test your remote viewing ability, to test your wild-ass guessing ability. Here's how it works. I have a lockbox with a master padlock securing the box. You need 3 numbers to open the box, to open the padlock. So you have to guess or remote view or intuitively or telepathically obtain those 3 numbers, and then you have to use remote viewing to describe the object inside the box. The winner gets $1,000 worth of cryptocurrency. All right, a lot of you we've got about between 80 and 100 submissions so far. The entry form is on our website well, I'll put the link below. You can click below and you'll see the link. It's CryptoViewing.com/contest, I think. But the link is below. You can click on that. It'll take you to the entry form. The box is physical. It's a real box. There is a physical thing in it. Someone asked, was this a mental construct? Was this a mask? No, it's not a mask. It's a real box. There's a real object in it. It is not a crypto wallet. That would be too obvious. So it's not a Trezor, it's not a ledger, it's not a paper wallet. It has, the prize is $1,000 worth of cryptos, but the cryptos are in a wallet in Florida, not associated with the box. So what's in the box is not a crypto wallet. It is not anything previously associated with me. So it's not a jar of Nutella. It's not sand from the beach that I go to. It's not anything that you've seen associated with me previously. What we were hoping to see on this would be someone using a remote viewing protocol, not just sitting down and guessing, but using a structured, disciplined methodology, a way to get your mind right to actually see what's in the box, to prove remote viewing. The purpose of the overall purpose of the experiment is to generate interest in remote viewing, to prove remote viewing, to get people talking about remote viewing. It's also to get hits for this site here. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and to hopefully get some more subscribers for our Patreon channel, which is patreon.com/cryptoviewing, which we demonstrate remote viewing. We do remote viewing of cryptos. We have a big new woo-woo target coming out. So some of the most interesting remote viewing work being done is on our Patreon site, patreon.com/cryptoviewing. So remote viewing the contents of the box, that's a pretty straightforward remote viewing task. You can give it a target ID and sit there and work it and do your CRV or your HRVG or any method of remote viewing that you are comfortable with. You should be able to get some impression of what that thing is. One guy gave a pretty good written description that was just off. Like if he would have sketched it instead of describing it, he might have a winner. So I would urge all of you that when you label things in remote viewing, when you give a written naming type of label, you can be wrong but right at the same time. So better just draw a sketch of it. What you described may have been just slightly off, so the worded description doesn't fit. But if you had drawn what you described without labels, I don't want to give too much away here. Numbers are really difficult. I'm talking about the lock. Numbers are totally right-brained, analytical-brained, and remote viewing, left-brained. Remote viewing is completely right-brained. Remote viewing is intuitive, creative. It is not analytical in any way, and numbers are completely analytical. So that's a tough one. Your subconscious, in that greater field of consciousness, really has no concept of numbers, or if it does, it's difficult transmitting the concept to your subconscious mind brings you into a state where you lose the proper state to get the data. So you need a way to kind of like outsmart your analytical mind. And here's one way I would do it. All right, this is a free lesson. The lock is a round lock face, and it has 39 numbers. I made a drawing of that right there. That's what the lock face looks like. So the number is between 0 and 39. So you have 5 numbers, 10 numbers, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and back up to 0. So there's 39 possible numbers. One possible way I would think about doing this, remote viewing data when you're in alert beta state, when you're in conscious left brain mode, your target contact is limited to about a second to a second and a half. Anything more than that, you're generating imaginary data. So in a conscious state, you want to get things really quickly. So the way I would do this would be to say, okay, I'm gonna get this first number. The number is somewhere represented on this dial, so you don't do it as a got a siren going by every time. So instead of looking at it as a number, you're looking at it as a directional ideogram, like what direction is the direction to the correct number. So you would address this, do a probe, and in that moment that your pen touches the middle of the lock, you're having your subconscious tell you what's the direction. Now that's not one of the numbers, but you would do it just that fast. Touch, go, and let yourself intuitively go. That number I selected was 19, which is not one of the numbers, okay? So erase that. Another way we're going to try to do this is trying to prove or disprove telepathy. So I'll be later on later this week, I'll be doing a live stream where I will be looking at the numbers. Well, here, I'll do it right now. I'm going to write the first number down right now. I've written it. I'm looking at it. I'm transmitting it to you. The first number is, and I can look on the face of the dial and see where it is. I just drew it on the dial. Okay, the second number. I just wrote it down. I'm looking at it right now. The second number is, and I'm going to draw that direction on the dial for those of you who are telepathic. Okay, I did that. And the final number is, I wrote it, I'm looking at it, I'm saying it, and I just drew the direction to it. All right. So there you go. Have fun. Send your submissions in. The grand prize is $1,000. Don't describe it. Don't give us a written description. My advice would be send us a sketch. If you can sketch this thing, you'll win the prize. All right? Stay tuned. We'll have more updates, and I'll be doing more live streaming on the telepathic transmission of the 3 numbers. The first number is, the second number is, and the final number of the lock is. Numbers are hard in remote viewing. Good luck. Send in your sketches. The link to the contest entry is below. You can click there and send in your submissions. All right. More updates starting tomorrow. Aloha.